Next on Worcester News Tonight, snowy conditions creating problems for drivers here in Worcester. We'll take you to a popular sledding hill as well. More from families enjoying the snow day. Thank you for joining us. I'm Catherine Andrioli. Several inches of snow falling in the area today, with temperatures dropping and creating some traffic problems here in Worcester. Take a look at the roads from earlier today on 290. The wintry mix created a mess for drivers along with heavy traffic. Plows could be seen plowing roads throughout the city tonight. Keep in mind, a winter parking ban has been in effect in Worcester since 11 this morning. Residents are urged to drive slowly and stay off the roads and watch out for ice. And the winter weather had many drivers sliding on the roads here in Worcester and even causing several accidents. The wintry mix created some hazardous driving conditions throughout the day. Here in Worcester, drivers were lined up on Worcester streets with a lot of traffic. One motorist we spoke with says they've seen a lot of accidents tonight and are being careful.
We just came back from Rutland, so heading back into Worcester, there was a lot of slush and ice, a lot of the bad road conditions. We did see a couple of accidents actually on our way coming back here, a couple of cars that have gone completely off right into the forest. So,
wow.
Yeah.
In Rutland?
Yeah, over in Rutland.
It was noon.
And drivers are urged to proceed with caution. Keep in mind, plowing can change from city to city. Again, watch out for that black ice and do drive slow. Try to stay off the roads if you can. And the snow had many people running out to prepare today in central Massachusetts. Our Andy Madison caught up with those preparing for the storm and has more.
Before the snow started falling, crews were already on the move trying to stay ahead of the storm. In Worcester, the Department of Public Works is using its new liquid de-icer trucks to treat city streets. The snow was a welcome sight for visitors like this family from Minnesota.
We had to get out in it. We saw it through the hotel window and we're like, let's go.
But it is a concern for drivers planning to travel later in the day, like store owner Norman Ringdahl.
We'll have to watch the weather through the days. If it gets worse and doesn't change over to rain, then we might be closing a bit early today so everybody gets home safely.
From City Hall to city streets, there was plenty of shoveling and plowing as the steady snowfall fell in Worcester. The city put a winter parking ban in effect starting at 11 a.m. Heavier snowfall is expected north of the city. Watching the snow from his store window, Ringdahl says he's prepared if heavier snow moves in.
We keep the walks shoveled, just through the staff here, and put ice melt down and that kind of thing. But other than if it's something that needs bigger plow equipment than we have, then the plow service that we use takes care of it.
During the day, the snowfall gave Worcester the feel of a winter wonderland.
I think we are going sledding, right, this afternoon? Yeah, if it doesn't turn to rain. We've heard it might be turning to rain.
Andy Madison, Worcester News Tonight.
And many enjoyed the winter weather in Worcester and brought out their sleds and snowboards tonight to a local park. We spoke with families and kids playing in the snow, where some even had a couple snowball fights. The snow may be a headache for some, but for others, it's the perfect way to spend the day outside on a snow day.
We are fighting with his snowballs, and we are playing.
Snowboarders, sledders, and even some snowmen decking the hills of Worcester on Thursday for some fun outside in the snow. Talk about what you guys have been doing here.
Trying to make a ramp and jump.
We're here at Green Hill Park in Worcester, where many people are enjoying the snow today and sledding. I'm here with Alanis, who's been sledding today. Talk about sledding. Have you had some fun?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about sledding today?
Probably when I turn around backwards.
So talk about your sled here. It looks like this thing goes pretty fast.
Yeah.
You want to show us how fast it actually goes?
Yeah.
We're going to take a ride down the hill and tell you just how great these sledding conditions are here in Worcester. Sledding was a success for our crew and many others, some who even enjoyed the snow for the first time today, right here in Worcester.
His wife visiting from Puerto Rico. They never seen snow, and what a perfect timing.
It feels good because I have lots of layers of clothes.
And Wednesday, we saw change for the state's new recreational marijuana law after lawmakers voted to delay the opening of marijuana shops until July 2018. Our Brittany Schaefer has more on local reaction in Worcester and what businesses won't be allowed. Brittany?
Catherine, lawmakers voted to postpone many deadlines, meaning pot shops wouldn't be able to open until the summer of 2018. Senator Harriet Chandler is for postponing the openings of recreational marijuana stores. She says the state needs more time to plan. Chandler says lawmakers do not want to deny the rights of the people, and the delay will only keep them more safe.
We really need the time. I think that there is no one who is not on board the fact that we are going to fulfill the will of the people, but both the legislature and the governor and the treasurer, who is going to oversee this, need time to make this work, because if we have it, when we have it, it has to work well.
Senator Chandler says back when medical marijuana was legalized in 2013, the state took much more time than a month to establish regulations, and says recreational is much more complicated than medicinal.
About 4 years ago, we did medicinal marijuana, and we had expected that to be done 35 in 1 year, and we're now 4 years out, and we have 9 in place. And medicinal marijuana is a lot simpler than recreational.
More than 1 million people in Massachusetts voted in approval to question 4. Many Worcester residents told us they believe there is a disconnect between lawmakers and voters.
Not good for the kids. It's like, they will have some kind of access. They'll say, yeah, there's an option there, I can buy it.
It'll probably cause more of an issue if they're selling it at their, growing it and selling it, kind of a second base instead of actual, a legalized store.
Now residents are still allowed to possess up to 1 ounce of marijuana and up to 10 plants in their home. Catherine?
Thank you, Brittany. Now an update on a story we brought to you back in October. The Worcester Free Store has been having some financial troubles and may be forced to close down. The owner saying he hopes things turn around for the store. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the details.
We're just trying to make that push to hopefully get over the hump.
Kent Flower's goal is to help the community in need. He opened the Worcester Free Store in March, where customers can take items free of charge.
Why not be that place where, you have something you want to get rid of, bring it to us, and then in return, the majority of the items that you give, we're going to offer free to the community.
But now, Flower says they are facing difficulties keeping the place going. Flower says it costs around $1,800 a month to run the store. They rely on volunteers, monetary donations, and selling high-value donated items.
Those help us, basically pay for the rent of the whole store.
The team is hoping to raise at least $2,000 to keep their doors open. They have created a GoFundMe page and will hold a benefit concert at the store Friday night.
We've done fairly well. I think we had 7 or 8 people donate. It's one of those, every little bit helps.
Volunteer Justin Norton is hoping the store grows and neighbors help neighbors.
Really enjoy it. I enjoy it here. I would not want to see it shut down because it's a really, really good thing.
Flower says the store could close for a period of time if they can't come up with the funding, but he is remaining hopeful.
We're trying to avoid that. Our landlord's very flexible. He's a very understanding man. He likes what we're doing here. So I don't necessarily see us closing in the foreseeable future.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Former 3-time world champion boxer Jose Antonio Rivera is bringing professional boxing back to Worcester for the first time in more than 5 years. Rivera headlined one of the last pro shows in Worcester in 2011 at the Palladium. On January 19th, Rivera Promotions Entertainment will hold a pro boxing show at the Palladium featuring 11 matches. Jose Rivera's son, Anthony, is the matchmaker. He says boxing has a long history in New England and in Worcester, and professional boxing shows need to be in the city.
With all the local talent we have, why not bring more attention to them? We actually have a lot of fights. We have like 11 fights. They're either all pro debuters or all undefeated guys that are 2, 3, 4-0, 5-0. Our main event is Irvin Gonzalez Jr. He's 4-0 with 4 knockouts. He's fighting his first 6-round fight, so he's taking a significant step up for a performance for his home crowd.
Anthony Rivera says he hopes to have at least 4 boxing shows in Worcester in 2017.